tracks, don't follow him. Come on, he's all the road at exit. In today's video, Fred Jr. goes for his first track day at Wakefield Park. Let's get there. Guts. Oh, so Fred Jr., how you feeling?
Oh well, it should be a good day.
Right.
Gonna do the day in the 86 with the Trackschool. So have a little instructor there, have a little zing around the track, so it should be good.
Well, no pressure on lap times there, and will we be taking Black Beauty out today, or?
Oh, very nice.
Oh no, you don't want that. No. All right. Well, we'll definitely use this as our transport vehicle, Fred Jr. So everyone's seen our Type R, and it is destined for the track, just not today. So let's get there. Well, Fred Jr., we're here.
Well, yes, we've had our driver briefing. I've met the instructor.
Right.
And the first group's gone out, so we're going to have a little look at them. And there's some quick cars out there.
There certainly are. Have a look. Oh, bit of a Porsche action there. Let's have a look. Well, here's a bit of Porsche action here. GT3, look out. Not quite our taste or still pretty nice though. Looks like another ute joining the Australia V8 Brigade. Let's see what time he does. So Fred Jr., there's a bit of talent out here today, isn't there?
Oh, there's a couple that are quite quick, and a Lotus that got done for sound after a couple laps.
Oh, we're not racing him. Looks interesting. Cheap car challenge. That one's doing some good laps. That's back to my heritage there, racing SR20s.
Oh,
Fred Jr.
I think, what's this one?
Well, this is you all over, isn't it?
This is the one I'll be going in.
Log out. Very nice. Bit different to when I raced it. It's still looking the goods though, isn't it? Very nice. And there's the Race Fix 86. And now Alex doing 109s, which is pretty impressive. What do you think? You can crack a 109?
You did 109.6 for me.
Oh, jeez.
How quick that is.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look down here at Euro Alley. And when this Mini was getting warmed up, it was cracking the sound barrier. Now, what do they say about Lotuses?
Well, Jeremy Clarkson said Lotus stands for lots of trouble, usually serious.
Oh geez, I think that's about right. Yes. And there are so many BMWs here today. They're just all over the show. I feel a bit out of place having my Woolworth sausages. I feel like I might need to go get some Bratwurst. No. A bit more European action. This one here is particularly serious. It's because it's got an M badge.
In while it's there, it won't work. So what you've got to do is flick it back to what would be 12 o'clock if you're looking at it, or 6 o'clock if we're looking at it. Then plug it in. Just that. Do you want to turn that
off for the sight ends? Poor old Mini going on a flat tray. And meanwhile, back in pit lane, there's a massive traffic jam, including Fred Jr. about to go out. Go, Frederick. Oh, Fred Jr. Not quite Mum's shopping trolley. do you think?
Oh, dearie me.
Oh.
That was a bit scary.
Are you going to be alright?
Yeah, we'll be right.
Okay, let's go.
Ready to do these ones?
Alright, Fred Jr. I think you're ready.
I'm terrified.
You'll be right.
Middle lane, roll off the throttle, no brakes yet, not yet, not yet. Braking, third gear, ease off brake, turning, quarter throttle, full throttle, great job. Use all the road and exit, well done. Middle lane, right lane, have a lift, and then turning, make the apex. Middle lane, throttle, right lane. So it looks like we can overtake. Ideally he should point through, but that's okay. Have a lift. Turning in, stay wide at the exit. We're going to let the Altezza through on your side, so stay right where you are. Stay wide, there's a second car coming through. Second car, that's it. Alright, all clear. Great job. Braking. Turning, release the brake, a little bit of throttle, drive it off to that clipping point, that's it. Full throttle, back for that second apex. Lift, turn, quarter throttle, half throttle, full throttle, really good. And braking into second gear, get it turning in, make the apex, light throttle at apex, then squeeze the throttle on, out to the left hand lane, much better, really good. Up to third. Really good. A little bit of throttle into the king now, so a little bit of throttle into the king and hard on the brake. Third gear, roll the brake, turn, release the brake, half throttle, full throttle. Use all the road and exit, really nice. Good job. Lift, curbing left side, a little bit of throttle on, middle, lifting, turning, a little bit of throttle.
Go, Fred Jr. Go, Fred Jr. Fred Jr. versus a fire-breathing RX-8. Go, Fred Jr. Go, Fred Jr. Get him. And here comes Fred Jr. His very first track day. Shiny side up. Demoralising RX-8s. Woohoo! A very proud Fred Sr. Oh, hell yeah. I think someone's about to buy themselves an 86. Zach just getting the debrief after a very successful first session. Listening intently.
So main straight, so normally with the main straight what I'm doing is that there's two grid markers obviously, so for our outside lane and inside lane. So normally what I do is just run it fairly near to the left hand grid markers down there, and that puts us about 1 metre to 1.5 metres away from the pit wall, which is about the right sort of positioning. So coming into turns 1 and 2, I usually talk about turns 1 and 2 together because the exit of turn 1 is the entry to turn 2. So what we've been trying to do is I've been trying to get you to keep away from the apex of the clear. Now you see a lot of cars around us taking, when we wanted to use all the track width, what was happening is you'd steer out toward it. Now when you have to steer out toward it, it probably means that we haven't carried enough speed going into the corner, because I want momentum to force us to use all the road rather than steering out toward it. So what we're going to do, we're going to adjust our speed in this section here. We'll go a little bit later on the brake, we'll go slightly faster turning in the next session, and that's going to just give us a bit more momentum to use all the road through here.
Then what we want to try and do is come back for what would be a second apex for the excellent turn 8 here. What I want to do is I want to be parallel with the white line on this side on the approach to turn 9. If you're using too much road through here, what happens is you have to come back to the left and then back to the apex and right. And you can see what that's doing to turn 9. All right, so Fred Jr., back out to go to session 2. Learnings from session 1, what are you going to do differently this time?
Well, the instructor's been like amazing. So I've got a lot of things to work on. I think the main thing will be just a bit smoother on the hand. Smooth is fast. And some of those corners, you come in, you want to flick it back right to the centre, but it's just about nice and slowly bring it to
righto.
Get straighter, quicker.
And onto the main straight and the fish hook. You're going to practice on those two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are the ones.
Those are the ones. All right, see you out there for session 2. Out for session 2. Go, Fred Jr. Fred Jr.
Left, turn it in, half throttle, then full throttle. Have a lift, we're going to let this Clio through before we get on the brake pedal, that's it. Alright, second gear, get it turning in. Make that apex, don't follow him. Throttle on, there's all the right at exit. Alright, up with it. Nice job. No brakes yet, not yet. Braking, third gear, off brake, turn, half throttle at apex, full throttle at exit. Beautiful, really good, well done. Right lane. Left, curving left side. Don't go left here, don't go left, just stay in the middle. Lift, turn. Throttle on. Lift, roll to the apex. Then squeeze the throttle on. Have a lift, 2 wheels on the curb and then squeeze the throttle on. That's it, full throttle, all the way to your braking area. Hard on the brake, hold the brake, turn, release the brake. Now a little bit of throttle, let it run wide now, that's it, that's more like it. Now second apex is much clearer, good job. Have a half lift turn, then full throttle. Right, one more fast lap and then a cool down. Take the apex, squeeze the throttle on, unwind the hand, use all the road out. Job well done. Excellent, you can probably leave it running if you like. I'll go and park it underneath. Make sure you keep your foot off that brake pedal. Well done. Great driving, mate, well done.
Thank you.
Really, really good. There's even sort of progress between our first and second session. I'm sure you probably felt that too. So, I think using second gear coming out of the last corner there is definitely a benefit. We can sort of keep the car on the cam if you like. So that was really good, well done. Like very few mistakes here and there. So good job, well done.
Thank you.
Looks like the traffic cleared away a bit.
Just a little.
Yeah. How you feeling, bro? Fred Jr.'s building a Pulsar at the moment and doing very well. Pulsar's given up. Fred Jr. stays in it.
I'm here with Zach. It's Nathan here from Trackschool. We've just done a day with Zach behind the wheel, a half a day in the 86 in behind us. And I've got to say, what a real surprise pack. It's been really good to sit next to you, mate. Certainly from the very first session, it was clear that he's already got some pretty good driving skills given a fairly limited experience. So already all the gear changes are smooth, the braking technique was really good, the way he rolled the throttle on, and also his vision and sort of his awareness in the car was actually really good. So we just started to push on, we started to compress our braking zones, get on the throttle earlier. We got some really good consistent lap times and things. Every now and then there was a little mistake, but we didn't dwell on it, we sort of moved on, and the very next lap that mistake was fixed and we'd sort of move on to something else. I think it's fair to say each time we got her in the car there was an improvement in times. Times weren't so important for today, but we did take note of a few. I think previous our best might have been like a 1:19, and I would say in that last session, I'm not sure what the times were, but I'm pretty sure we would have improved upon that. So anyway, great job, mate. It's been good fun.
Awesome, mate. Thank you very much. It's been an awesome experience, and Merry Christmas.
Yeah, cool. Same to you.
Yeah. All right, thanks.